Fox's Christian Martyrs of the World.
Please sit over here so you don't fall asleep on me. And it's got to be louder.
Which page?
26.
All of 26?
It begins with Telemachus. Who was he?
At the bottom.
Read, please.
And to where?
Finish
the
his
Spanish
story.
Inquisition?
Up
From
to
here
the
to here?
last.
Okay.
Read about Telemachus. It's a bookmark. That's the page I'm on.
I know. Okay. Rome was celebrating its temporary victory over Alaric the Goth in its usual manner, by watching its gladiators fight to the death in the arena, when suddenly there was an interruption. A ruddily clad robed figure boldly leaped down into the arena. Telemachus, how do you say that? Telemachus was one of the hermits who devoted themselves to a holy life of prayer and self-denial and kept themselves apart from the wicked life of Rome. Although few of the Roman citizens followed their example, most of them had great respect for these hermits, and the few who recognized Telemachus knew he had come from the wilds of Asia on a pilgrimage to visit the churches and celebrate Christmas in Rome. Without hesitating an instant, he advanced upon two gladiators who engaged in their life and death struggle. Laying a hand on one of them, he sternly reproved him for shedding innocent blood, and then turning toward the thousands of angry faces around him, called to them, "Do not repay God's mercy in turning away those swords of your enemies by murdering each other." The angry shouts droned out of his voice, "This is no place for preaching. On with the combat." Pushing Telemachus aside, the two gladiators prepared to continue the combat, but Telemachus stepped between them. Enraged at the interference of an outsider with the chosen vocation, the gladiators turned on Telemachus. How do you say that again? Telemachus. And stabbed him to death. The crowd fell silent, shocked by the death of this holy man, but his death had not been in vain, for from that day on, no more gladiators ever went into combat in the Colosseum.
What does it mean to die? His death was not in vain.
It wasn't. It was worth it. It's not like people wouldn't say that wasn't worth it to die, because it actually worked.
He stopped the gladiators. Those were the last two gladiators. The gladiators were the men that were thrown to fight each other, or maybe they were thrown to fight lions.
Were they both bad guys?
I don't know, son.
Or one good, one bad?
But you know what Jesus said?
What?
He said that, "Why do you call me good? None are good but God. God is the only good."
Jesus sinned once.
"Master, good master," someone spoke to him. And he said, "Why do you call me good? No one is good except God." So these two gladiators, maybe one of them would be like what we call good and one of them wasn't. Or maybe they were both bad. Or what we would call bad. Or maybe they were the third option. Both of them were good. The point is, what happened to the Romans? That Telemachus told them, "Do not shed innocent blood." Why did he say innocent?
They're not innocent. Or are they? One of them was.
The Romans had just finished fighting against some, did you say Goths?
Yeah.
And the Goths lost.
The Goths.
lost against the Romans. So Telemachus said, God has allowed you to win over the Goths. And
Why
now,
do you have a pajama fit?
so I don't have to sit on it over here, and so I find it. I keep it up there now. So now the Goths left, and now the Romans are starting to fight each other as gladiators. Do you see?
Mm-hmm.
St. Augustine, I believe, was the one that said, I used to waste my time by going to the circus. But now, instead of wasting my time, I talk to people about God.
Today at art time,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Gavin about PewDiePie and how
Mm-hmm.
much he earns a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pointed out that I would like to be PewDiePie earning money by playing video games.
Mm-hmm. How much does he earn a month?
400,000.
400,000 a month. All right. If you want to earn that much money, you got to do something that people like to do. And I would recommend something that is useful. All right?
He's not doing anything useful. He's just playing video games all
And
day.
that is called entertainment. All right, God put you here on earth. You could do something beautiful for God, or you could do something that is entertaining and it's nice, but isn't it better to work for God?
Then
What would not be? For instance, I could get into boxing. I'm not saying I'd be the, champion or anything, but I could get into boxing. But what if I hurt somebody? And just for money? Instead of that, I could do something else like sweep the floor, clean the kitchen, something like that, like I do here. All right? Today, well, maybe tomorrow we get to fix the toilet and change the O-ring. You know what that is? Well, you'll find out. It goes underneath the toilet seat and it prevents the water from escaping to some other section. I don't know much about it.